Hey guys, so I've just been rolling back down memory lane because I did a 2.5 hour live stream in the chatterbox. I talked about a lot of my experiences in that time, and we just kind of hung out that night and just talked. So I was thinking about some of the things, and I thought I would talk about one section here with the Gym Pop. So anyway guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you are. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you click the bell. So one of the things that I think that most collectors, sometime or another, we experience bad customer service. Even if we've had a million transactions and 999 of them were great, that one bad experience kind of taints you and kind of leave you on edge or give you that crazy feeling. But a bad experience can really ruin the way you feel about the doll itself or anything. If I have a bad customer service experience, even with buying a car or anything, every time I talk about my car or the car lot comes, the dealership comes up or something like that, I'm gonna be like, yeah, but they were blah, blah, blah. And then it revs up that feeling all over again and reminds me how terrible I felt. When you buy something, especially when you're spending a great deal of money, you want to walk away feeling good about your purchase. You want to be able to open your box and just basically enjoy what you paid for, or basically judge your experience off of the experience, off of the product itself. I think sometimes if you didn't have the customer experience that you thought you should have had or you wanted, even if it wasn't necessarily just quite bad, but just not what you wanted, I think your thought process is already kind of tainted a little bit. Let me explain. If you buy a baby from an artist and you do a custom and you get great communication up until the point of payment, and then after payment you don't hear anything else from them, it's irritating, it's very frustrating. And then you hear a lot of artists make a lot of excuses. Oh, I have social anxiety, I suffer with depression, I'm on this issue, I have this problem. And it's not that some of this stuff doesn't exist, but it's just the fact that you were able to control it and handle it while you took my money is the problem. But after you get my money, all of a sudden those things are overriding everything and your capability of functioning, through a normal transaction up until the next payment is due type thing. I don't like it. I hate when they make excuses, and I hate when people make you feel like they're doing you a favor, or you just should be glad. Just be glad that I'm doing this. Be glad that I am allowing you to spend your money on me. Girl, what? Do you know how many people out here would be so glad to get those coins, get those dollars, get that money, however y'all want to phrase it? So I'm just like one of those people too. If you treated me like crap throughout the process, I don't know, I thought I would get past that I was over that part, but I will get the baby and I will try my hardest to ignore that. But every time I look at it, it reminds me of the horrible person that made it, or the horrible way that they treated me. So it just really turns me off. Now let me say something else to add, because I've been on both ends of the spectrum. So I also know that there also are customers that are very, very needy and time consuming. But if you have a lot going on, which most people do, because most artists also have a family. Some artists actually have an actual full-time job and do, painting and stuff like on the side. Like I paint on the side, but I maintain a full-time job, and I also have 5 children. Now most of them are pretty much grown now, but still there are a lot of things that still requires my attention. So a lot of times when people purchase things from you or enter a transaction with you, they feel like that open up unlimited access and that you have the time to sit and hold 5-hour chatting sessions with them. And that just doesn't work. And then when you say, okay, I gotta run, I'm not gonna be able to, I can't talk right now, blah, 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 or something like that. Oh, it's like, oh, yeah, she don't want to talk now, but she was okay talking about, but now I'm not talking about those experiences because that's totally different. I'm talking about, hey, I'm just checking in to see, I haven't heard from you in, 3 weeks. Are we still on schedule? Or, oh yeah, I just wanted to ask, does this baby, take a full passy? Or, will there be so and so, something you might have forgot to ask type thing. Now, if you're going to do that 100 times too, that's another thing. That's excessive that collectors do. But, that's fine. I actually enjoy talking with people that purchase from me from time to time because you build that working relationship. It doesn't make us friends instantly or anything like that, but you do build, sometimes you do develop in a friendship. But my motto, I personally, when I do my transactions, I try very hard not to be necessarily too friendly because I want it to stay business. I want it to be business. But anyway, so yeah, I just really like when I have a good customer service experience. Like right now I'm in a transaction, and so far, and I don't want to jinx myself, the customer service has been like amazing. And it's very rare that you get that, these days, and especially with the particular type of transaction it is. So it's kind of like weird. It's kind of like, man, but it feels so good. Like, and what I wish artists would understand, that sometime when you give over the top type customer service and you give that over the top type of customer service experience, even when things don't go perfect, that collector is more than likely to communicate directly with you than tarnishing your reputation publicly, than one that you've treated them like crap and you gave them bad work. You know what I mean? And I think some artists do know that, and some artists that may not can't compete on a level of skill set and such, may actually give that extra customer service that kind of give you that balance. And I'm not saying every artist that do over the top customer service do it because they're compensating because they don't have good skill sets and their babies aren't as good as everybody else. Some people just come from that background, that professional background, that they know that it's important, or maybe they have experienced, they're from their experiences, they've decided this is the way they're going to be with their customers type thing. So it's just amazing. We go through a lot of different things, but that's just my take on that. So customer service is just like extremely important to me. However, like I said, there have been several occasions that on a normal basis I probably would have went crazy, but I've known what I was going to expect in the end. So I just, didn't worry about it and let it go. And I don't know. But anyway, that is that. And I just thought to say that. So let me know in the comments below, how important customer service is to you. Does it like trump even the item itself? Like can it make or break your transaction? Or is it, if the customer service is so great but the baby is mediocre, that you still love the baby so much because how great of the experience was and how passionate the person that created it was about their work, just kind of the energy transferred on the doll. Because I've had that too, where I've had such great customer service that when I got the baby, even though it wasn't like the best baby in the world, that positive experience and energy just like made me just feel great about the, and I was just like, I just wanted to keep that doll in my collection because of the fact that that artist just was so passionate about what they were doing, and they gave their best. And maybe their best wasn't the best, but it was their best. And that's all you can expect out of people, is for them to give you their best. But customer service is not something, customer service is a choice, in my opinion. Like, you choose whether you give good customer service. You know, things happen, life happens. Yeah, you might get delayed or whatever. It's a matter of how you communicate. If you tell me, hey, I'm running 6 weeks behind, yeah, I'm going to be disappointed, you know, initially. But at least I know I'm not sitting there waiting for that email to say it's ready, it's being shipped. I know, you know, okay, well, I got to do something else to occupy my time for 6 weeks. I mean, I've literally waited a year for a doll. But in the midst of things, I was getting communication, or at least when I reached out, they gave me an update, and, or, you know, I knew what to expect. So I wasn't, yeah, I would have loved to get it in 6 months. Hell, I would have loved to get it in 3, but it just wasn't going to happen. And I was okay with that. And I seriously mean that. I was pretty much okay with that. Just because I don't want crap when I'm spending my money. I don't want people to rush my stuff. But I also want you to understand that my money is valuable. My time is just as valuable as yours. And if I'm waiting on you, you can at least have the decency to be appreciative that I am not out in the forums blasting you, and that I am waiting on you, and that I trust you enough to believe that you're going to deliver a product that is great, and at least communicate with me. I feel like you owe me that. You know what I mean? As a customer. I think people need to take business classes before they actually enter in selling these dolls. And it's such an emotional process, because a lot of times we're getting babies that look like our kids, or, you know, people have getting babies that look like memory babies that they've lost, or they don't have children and these are like their little children. I mean, don't get me wrong, we know that they're not real, but you know what I'm saying. If you're in the community, you understand what I'm saying. So it's such an emotional process as it is. So when we get disregarded and, you know, treated like crap, it can be detrimental, it can be hurtful. I've seen people leave the community after their first purchase because the experience was just horrible. And some of them came back, you know, a year later or so, and some of them never do. They just say, I just don't want to be bothered again. That's too much money to play with, etc., etc. We're not dealing with an in-store that we could walk in and exchange something. We're not, you know, and some of this stuff, when the time frame runs out, you know, PayPal's not even protecting you anymore. You know, yeah, you could try for a charge off, but, you know, sometimes that don't work either, you know. So it's a lot of different things behind things. But anyway, that's my spill on that. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Like, comment. If you want more exclusive chats, please make sure that you join the team membership, which is AKA known as the Chatterbox. And you have to be 18 years or older to join. But the link is in the description bar. Thank you.